Hi there, this is Victor. Welcome to channel Vic 5 and Season 5. Okay, so today I want to talk about my 2-month review with the iPhone. So it's been about 2 months, and I certainly still love this phone. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't go with Android. So I wanted to talk also about a few things that I've noticed that are really handy, that kind of make iPhone unique. First of course, is the FaceTime. I love the video conference calls. Do that with family quite a lot now, so that's kind of cool. There is a function called back tap. I don't know if Android has it, but I certainly didn't know anything about it with Android, so it may not be. But the iPhone does have back tap, which basically means that you can tap the phone 2 and 3 times and it does a certain function. In my case, the back tap does a screenshot. So that's really handy, much better than the 2-button version that Apple has in there. Another thing that is really cool is if you're using Safari as the browser, and you're on a website and you want to read and it's a gut reading, you can actually save that website as a PDF and email it to yourself. Now that's kind of cool. I wasn't aware of anything like that with Android or for that matter, really Chrome. Not really an Android kind of Apple thing, but anyway. But with Safari, you can do that, so that's kind of cool. The other thing is that the iPhone is really, I think, made for the person. You know what I mean? It has some really neat tech features. It feels very high tech, especially the iPhone 13 mini, and I would assume the iPhone 13. But as in case, let me illustrate that. Both iPhone and Android have an accessibility feature for making things more accessible for people. So in Android, you have the button. It's on the screen. You can set any number of functions to it, and you can, because it's on the screen, you just move it around, and it is a fast, quick way to get to it. On iPhone, here's something cool. Let me show you on my phone, because I'm using my brother's iPhone to actually record this. Okay. And there's the accessibility button right over here. See, right there it is. Now I'm going to send a text and watch what happens with this button. There's a text. I'm going to send a text to public mobile. Okay, so I'm going to press the text button so I can do a type. And have you seen how that button now moves from there to over here out of the way? Isn't that kind of cool? So that's really kind of like intuitive, if you ask me, for the Apple programmers to think about that so that it's out of the way. Where in the Android, you'd have to constantly move it out of the way whenever you're doing some function. So that's kind of cool. Of course, one of the things I find that is really useful for Apple, especially when you have family members that have Apple phones too, is that Apple at least does universal updates. And that meaning, of course, that when they do an update, every iPhone out there can do that update at that point in time. I noticed, when I had Android, it was really frustrating at times when we had to wait for updates for a phone based on our carrier. So if Rogers didn't have the update ready, but Telus did, then the Telus people could get it, or the customers, but the Rogers customers would have to wait. So that's really kind of annoying. So I like the fact that with an iPhone, it's all the same, and there it is. Because funny, even though my brother and I had the same Android phone, even with Android with the updates, some of the features didn't behave identical, even though it should, because they were identical phones and they had identical updates. More, specifically, the photo function in both our phones kind of acted slightly different as far as showcasing the albums. Anyway, so as far as, again, my 2-month review of the iPhone goes, it's a great phone. I really like the size. In fact, I've gotten quite used to the screen size, even though it's basically the same size as my other phone. Now, the one thing I did notice that I had mentioned in my 3-week review is that, one time when I was using the phone a lot initially, it felt a little warm at one point. Now, I've been using my phone fairly a lot, or very similar to when I first started. But now I've noticed that the phone does not warm up at all. In fact, I've never had it warm. Not like the one time only. So that's kind of interesting. As far as battery life goes, again, not being a heavy power user, just an everyday person user, I do from Monday to Fridays tend to charge it once a week, and even in the afternoon, go figure. And so it does kind of last me until I get home. Um, of course, yeah. But on the weekends, I do tend to charge it more than once. But what I do find really useful is using the 15-minute quick charge. And I love the magnetic charging, the wireless feature. It's so convenient. But I use the 15-minute charge a lot. And the nice thing is, because of iPhone, you can pretty well charge it any time, and it keeps track of the chargings and so forth. I never worry about whether it's 100% or not 100%. I mean, half the time I'll charge it 100% if I can. And the other times when I'm just needing it for a quick charge, I'll charge it for 15 minutes and it'll go up to 80%, and there it is. So I think the lowest that I've kept it at is about 30%. I really haven't drained it, and there's a lot of great tutorials on the iPhone on features and everything else that I find is much easier than Android for some reason. Anyway, so there you have it. This is my 2-month review of the iPhone 13 mini. It's a great phone. I love it. I'm looking forward to using it for the next 4 to 5 years, hopefully. And after that, I'll be getting another iPhone. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you in my next episode. And please subscribe. Okay, bye-bye.